Hello and welcome to Strategic Command World War I Paradox game of playing. So, still winter. It's January 1916 now. January 1st actually. And we did have some attacks from the Western Allies last time. I think these guys will simply replenish 1 point. And we'll switch these guys around, I guess. Let's see, these guys are 100, yeah. Switch them off. Replenish straight away. And replenish here as well. Okay. And that's it for the Western Front. It's pretty stable here, I would say. So, looking at the east, we did have some cavalry attacks coming towards Kovno last time. Not sure exactly why they did that, but they bumped into my cavalry and was forced back. I think I will start marching on Shavli. Will not be a lot of movement going on, but we can move this guy here, this guy here, and this guy here, and the headquarters will follow behind them. And then down here, I think we'll simply replenish this guy in anticipation of an attack on Vilna. These guys cannot reach there anyway. And then the cavalry. This one can replenish. Let's do that. And we can send the other one back towards the headquarters. Let's do that. You can replenish next turn. And then we have these guys here. They're just heading up towards Vilna. So we'll send this guy over here, send this guy over there. Get the headquarters as far forward as possible. Detach down here and attach up here instead. Bring these guys forward. Replenish this cavalry. Bring this headquarters as far forward as possible. Attach that one. Attach that one. Okay. Bring it over here. So these guys in here, they're not all up to speed. These guys cannot get upgraded yet. I need this headquarters inside of Brest-Litovsk. So I will move the cavalry out of the way, up here. And how far can it go? I guess 2. It can come to here. Get this cavalry over there. Over there. This guy can't replenish either. Put them on the road here. Bring them up there and up there. So that's pretty much it. I don't think we have any partisan activity over here. There will be in Minsk, which is the closest. Okay. As for the Austrians, we have a new situation that Romania joined the Allies. We can't attack them this turn because they haven't been activated yet. They will be activated in the Allied turn. but we can prepare for it. We already railed these guys up here last turn. So I will probably leave a couple of guys down here to take Tirana. The rest will be railed over here somewhere. This guy needs to upgrade, by the way. And that's the last one of those. Let's replenish these while we can. They will regain some morale as well. And then we can move these guys here. So we'll rail this guy up here. Get the headquarter over there as well. Overwrite this guy over here. Let's get the artillery over there as well. Now this opens up a lot of avenues of approach for the Romanians to grab some land, but my main thrust will be on Bucharest, the capital, and the alternate capital, which is Jassy up here. And now we can move the rest of the Austrians, which are up here. These guys are in very low supply. They can actually reach Sidomir on the road. Let's see if we have any defensive... no, it's free. That will give me a supply source over here. That's actually very, very handy. So let's get this cavalry over here as well, so they can get some supply from the town. And that revealed a mountain corps in Vinica. We don't know what's in Kiev. Okay, and we have one more cavalry unit here, which can't move that far because it's in the zone of control. But we can move it over here for some more liberate movement next turn. And then the infantry. So this one has only defensive mechanisms to the left, which means we can actually start taking shots at it from the side without much problem. And that takes a couple of points off of it. And then its morale is so low that we can actually attack from all sides. And just grab the town of Lutsk. Even move over here. And take a shot at these guys in Kovno. Rovno, sorry. Can the headquarter move in there? No. So we'll just move these guys in and headquarter over there. And these guys will close in on the next pocket, which is formed here. We could even start taking shots at it. This one can't reach, so we'll just move it down this way. Alright, let's take some shots. Takes the entrenchment down, and we're ready to go in next turn. So what we could do is get this one up to full, and then we can actually use it for defensive purposes against the Romanians. So let's spend 18 points on that. I mean, we can rail him in somewhere over here. We might even want to get this one up to full, because if the Romanians are coming through here. Yeah, and let's move the fighters somewhere else. Okay. I think that's it for the Austrians. Still 148 points. Research wise, they did get infantry warfare level 1 last time, so let's put another 100 into that. And that concludes the Austrians. So the Bulgarians, I think they will continue the attack on Greece. The Austrians got their back covered up here, so we need to upgrade the last unit, which we can do by switching it around like that. And this one can come up to 10. We'll move this guy down here. This guy will just sit back. Get this one up to full. Start moving down south and get the headquarters a little bit closer there. And they will be ready to launch attack on Salonika. We can actually take a point off of them straight away, because they are not defended in this on this side. Nice. Alright. We also have the Ottomans here, because I'm waiting for the landing at Gallipoli, which is not happening. But they are without a headquarter though. The mountain core we need to transport out. I think we need a double transport for that. There we go. Put it on the road. And it's ready to engage in battle over here. Next turn, the rest will stay put. And now it's time to move out of here and get the mountain core in here. We can actually take a shot at it straight away. The others will not engage, although they will dig in. And the headquarters. Let's see, it's supply 5, which will generate 8 from here. I don't think it makes sense to move him forward at this point, because that will be supply 4, giving 6 if I'm not mistaken. So it's better to stay here until we have cleared this unit out. Then we can move to Van, which will then move up to 5 as well. The rest of the guys here will just stay in the trenches. Headquarter moves to Tikrit, and we can upgrade this guy here because we need him on the attack on Basra. So even though it's a detachment, I will upgrade it. And that's the end of that. That leaves 187 points for Turkey. They don't have any research, do they? No. So we could buy another destroyer, I guess, for 175. Let's do that. So we have 2 destroyers in production for the Ottomans. Now 320 points left for Germany, and they don't have any research to do. Although there will be some coming up soon. So we should buy more artillery. We already have 1 in production. There. We can buy another one for 315. Let's do that. And that was the turn. So let's see how strong Romania is when they appear on the map in the Allied turn. Let's see. There we go. We can see a corps in Bucharest. Kiev or Polcheny mobilized. Oh, that's because I'm getting close to Kiev. And also Latvian Rifles detachments is mobilized in Riga. So they get extra units as I close in, which is fair enough. Ottoman command and control level 2. Nice. Full points for everyone. The UK introduces conscription, and the second Anzac Corps sets sail. Yeah, we can see the Romanians are moving into Austrian territory straight away before I can react. As long as they don't take any objectives, it's fine. Because they're not that strong, I can handle it. Russians are moving south from Proskorov, and they're putting a detachment in there instead. But they bumped into my unit there, which they did not expect to be there. More cavalry arrives at Vilna. My German army in the east is looking very strong right now. A few more upgrades are needed. As we get to it, that will be done. Digging in around Shavli. But I can go all the way around it, so it doesn't really matter. Not much happening in the west, though. Coffee is needed. Right, we have an airship in Basra. Also some reconnaissance in Egypt. Artillery firing in the Caucasus. See how that goes. No damage. Attack on Mulhausen again. It's pretty doomed. And the forces in Vilno is attacking out of the town. Okay. Pretty aggressive from the Russians there. Also attacking Asarum. Aachen is getting attacked. Aachen is holding. Metz is being attacked, defended by artillery. This could be serious though. Glad I have the artillery there. They have two more avenues of approach towards Metz. More cavalry arriving around Vilna, but bumping straight into my infantry, which they should know is there, because there's another Russian unit right next to. And some replenishments. The idea is to keep pushing the Russians back so they cannot form a defensive line anywhere. They will be defending all the supply towns, of course, and I will then surround them and take them out one by one. Leningrad, Petrograd, it's called, it's going to be very hard fought for, so I don't think it's necessary to take it. As long as we take enough of the other land, Russia will surrender. So it's a waste of time trying to take Leningrad. We'll spend a lot of points trying to do that. Was that it? I think so. No. Operational movements, replenishments that we can see. The lack of food imports from Romania causes Hungary and Austria-Hungary. And that is also boosting the Russian morale a little bit. The No Conscription Fellowship proclaims its opposition to conscription. The German socialists opposed to the war from the Spartacus League. And we have mud. Mud weather all over the place. That means movement is going to be extremely slow. And we have the German railgun coming out. Let's put it somewhere interesting. Like here. That concludes this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.